Hello everyone, Heather Vitale here from the Lexington Selected Yearling Sale for Harness Racing Update. With me now we have Hall of Famer and multi-award winning photographer Dave Landry. You have seen his work in HRU. Now we're going to find out about the man behind the camera. Dave, how did this passion come up for you with horses and photography?
That's a long time ago. We won't say how long, but my brother started galloping thoroughbreds way back in the day, and I felt safer on the ground. So I started tagging along, and I thought, well, maybe I could take pictures of him doing that, and that's how it really started.
So you have had your work on the cover of hundreds of magazines and publications. Is it horses only, or do you take pictures of other subjects?
My career started after I had a formal education in photography. It started with corporate photography. You follow the money, right? And then on the weekends I started photographing the horses, and I improved, got better at it, and obviously had a drive to get better at it. And then won a few awards, and started in the thoroughbreds, and then HRU's own Mr. Briggs in about the mid-90s. I didn't know him. He called me a couple of times, because I think I might have turned him down the first time, and to come and try the standardbreds, and the rest is history. I finally did in the mid-90s, and the standardbreds, I just am very comfortable with the people. It's the people in the harness racing that I love so much, and which makes it much easier when you're trying to photograph their horses. They make them so accessible, and accessibility is a big part of it.
Your photographs are so beautiful. Obviously, you have tons of talent, but I know you have to invest a lot of money in this equipment. Let's take a look at one of these cameras here. It's unbelievable, and you just have to tell me, I gotta ask, how much is one of these babies worth right here?
Well, actually, it's kind of come down for me a little bit. I'm one of those guys who doesn't necessarily chase the really expensive camera bodies, but the glass is the most important piece to me. Is the lens, the optics are most important. So a lens like this might be about brand new, probably $4,000 or $5,000 for a lens like this, and then the body's $3,000 or $4,000. But back in the day, I paid up to, back in the day with Nikon, I paid $13,500 for one of my lenses, a 400-2.8, back when I was with Nikon, and it was worth every penny. So yeah, and of course you have to have multiple lenses and everything, and multiple camera bodies when you're doing it. I'm winding down a little bit, but at the same time I'm keeping the projects and the things that I love most, which Lexington is one of those, and as long as they want me here, I will be here.
Yeah, of course, people see your work in HRU and how beautiful the pictures are, but they don't see behind the scenes and the long hours. Talk about Lexington, like your schedule, because you're doing sale, you're doing races, the long hours. Let's discuss that.
Yeah, it is a real grind down here, but again, it's worth it. I'm one of many people behind the scenes with HRU in production, and I post the stories that are in the PDF to the website. I link it up, and I do a bunch of checks on other areas to make sure everything's cool before we send that publication out in the wee hours of the morning. And I enjoy it. It is a little crazy at times, especially down here when you're photographing during the day. An example, tomorrow I'll shoot at the races in the day. I'll run over here to the sale. I'll cover the sale. Probably, I don't know, what will it be, 10, 11 o'clock. And then I'll be back to my hotel room, hopefully eat in there somewhere. And I could work on HRU till possibly 3 or 4 in the morning.
Wow.
And then Sunday, the futurity, right? So, or Saturday, no, some back to racing, and then the futurity Sunday. So it can be a grind, but I love it. And I have a knack, a little bit secret, that this thing I can do is, and if I didn't have this, I might be in trouble, but I seem to be able to sleep when I need to, wherever I am. So if I can get an hour here or there, I can, if I decide, okay, I'm picking this hour to go out, I can go out and set an alarm and get back up and go right back to it. So most people say, I can't do that. There's too many things going through my mind. But I don't know where I developed this skill, but that's what's saving me and allowing me to do this. It's a weird one, I know. But.
Hey, look, a man of many talents. Yes, I think that was an HRU exclusive right there.
It was.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dave. Oh, it was so great learning more about you, and thank you for the beautiful pictures that you take.
Oh, you're welcome. I enjoy it. Hopefully a few more to come.
All right, guys, we have more action today from the Lexington Selected Yearling Sale, and we'll see you again later.